on this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails Through Daybreak.
Oh boy. What is that? It's not just spicy. I can't even taste the noodles anymore. I really don't like that. I prefer the noodles by themselves. Goodness, this is strong indeed. I imagine that's to do with how fresh it is. A burglar bike! Is this how we get our fishing gear? This guy's gonna give us our fishing gear, isn't he? It's not like we had any other choice. Besides, Fairy's here too, so it's gonna be fine. Yes, totally fine. She's nervous about sleeping in a room with a guy. Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Trails into Cold Steel. This ain't Cold Steel. Trails Through Daybreak. I gotta get used to saying this name. In the last part, we continued our way into the second part of the underground tunnels. Fought off a big old gelatin monster that was trying to consume a very eager reporter, and then we got recruited by this little lady who is looking for some friends in a rivaling Jaeger corps who has gone missing. Our quest has brought us out to the boonies, to the countryside. So we need to find them. So before we do anything though, we got a side quest we gotta do over there. We got some shops to take a look at. Before any of that though, I need to see what she has. She is fairly squishy. What do you have, Miss Lady? Can I give you anything? So I'm gonna assume you are going to be like my evasion tank. I'm gonna assume. So I'm assuming you're the fee of this game. So with that in mind, that's ADF. I don't really have anything to give you. Give you a little bit more HP because you're kind of squishy, and I guess I'll give you some arc defense, I guess. What do you have for costumes? You got the princess garb. Ooh, look at that fancy little uniform. All right. Without the hat. Obviously, you got the swimwear. Got the school uniform. And is this the default? Fairy's normal outfit with united colors. It is, so okay, so it is. I'm gonna go with that, actually. For hair color, what do we got? Turns into silver. I like her. I'm not sure that's considered blue or if that's considered black. All right. Let's go with that. And what for arts? Whoops. What do you have? Oh, you already have attack. Oh, no, you have break. Oh, Vaughn has that. Okay, never mind. Can't do that. Where's my evade? There it is. Oh, you already have an evade. Right. You can't equip another one if you have another evade 1 equipped. Alright. I really don't really have much to work with here. EX. I don't really have much. I don't have much going for me at the moment. Alright. What do we got? Galads, I got my signature dish in the menu this evening, so if you're gonna stay the night, drop by here for dinner, yeah? Got this pretty. I get this is pretty scary for those passengers, but I think they'll be able to relax now with their stomachs full. Cool. Use some delicious foods. Change some sepith. I have no more recipes at the moment, but I will partake in some fast food. Oh, this is party-wide. Alright. Alright. Got that out of the way. Got 2 more shops to look at before I go to the required markers. Hey man, what do you have? Ooh, Agnes? I already bought that. Okay. Twinkling ring. Alright, just standard stuff at that point. That's fine. Oops. Here you go, Agnes. So much like with the VGC alignments or LGC alignment, you need to do multiple playthroughs to max out everyone's affinity. Yeah, you need to do multiple playthroughs for everyone's affinity to max out. So I think it needs at least 2 playthroughs to do. So keep that in mind. That's not what I want to talk to you right now. Pardon me. I've heard that you take jobs like bracers do, yes? I've got a bit of a problem and I need some help. Would you be willing to hear me out? Sure, but bear in mind I ain't a bracer. But I do a job if I feel like it. And I charge more than they do, too. You good with that? Of course, just as long as the price is still reasonable. Easy. Doubt I'll need to charge you too much. It'll just depend on how complicated the job is. Thank you very much. You see, I'm stumped on what to do. I've been trying to make soba noodles, and they're just not turning out right. Someone from the city like yourself might know what I'm doing wrong. Soba noodles? A dish made with the buckwheat flour, kneaded and cut into noodles. I recall from a book that soba noodles are popular in the Eastern cuisine, Far Eastern specifically. Bingo! You two ever had any by any chance? It's a popular street food back in the capital. Has its fans for sure. It's pretty simple to make, but it's got a really deep flavor and it smells like nothing else. Is it really? Dang it! Now I'm hungry. I felt the same when the mayor told me about it the other day. So I figured I might as well try and make some myself for the Harvest Festival. I went around and asked the villagers for advice, and some of them do know about those sorts of recipes. But, well, it's a bit of a flop. I haven't been able to get the flavors right. The Harvest Festival. I think I read an article about it in the paper. Right. Now I remember. They celebrate every autumn, right? That would mean this year's is right around the corner. So, I ain't exactly a cook. But I can try and give you some pointers based on the soba I've had in the capital. I think that would be a big help since you have that point of reference. Hearing about new experiences from new people is really interesting to me. Thank you for hearing me out. Your thoughts, Vaughn? She's eager for help, but... Yes. Alright. Not really a job for a Spriggan, but we got the time. Alright, I'll take it on. I always make sure to do the job right, so I want to make some good soba out of this. Oh, thank you so much. I'll do my best. I'm getting excited for some noodles myself. So where do we start with this? Good question. So you said you tried to make some but didn't go so hot? What about them didn't come out right? Well, the flavor was off and so was the appearance. The dough turned out powdery when I was cutting it, like it wasn't put together very well. It took me so much effort to cut it that I just sort of mangled the dough. The result didn't even look like noodles. The outside was all soggy and wet, but the inside was still chalky. It didn't soak evenly at all. That implies something might have gone wrong when making the dough. Perhaps there's more to it than ordinary bread dough. Then the flavoring sauce. I try to mix up with make flavor more familiar to the villagers here. So I ended up using basil as my base. It wasn't inedible per se, but it just didn't seem quite right. Yeah, sounds like you left before you looked there. Best to stick to the recipe. Well, yes, you're right. So there's a lot to unpack here. But before we can dive in, we'll need to figure out how to make the stuff ourselves. So you said you learned about the dish from some of the villagers, yeah, right? Yes, mostly from Mayor Wang and Motona. They were a great help. Both can trace their roots to the east, so they had a general idea of how the recipe went. Well, that's as good a place to start as any. Feel free to kill some time until we're done asking around. Of course, thank you for your help. Oh boy. What's this? Certain quests will present topics. You can press blah to present topics to certain individuals. Okay. Interesting. Oh, more new mechanics. Alright, so let's go, look around. Oh, you mean that recipe Giovanna asked about? Admittedly, I'm not too familiar with the recipe itself, but I know plenty of its ingredients. Buckwheat is my specialty. That's been passed down in my family tree for generations. As millers, we know our wheat. Really now? That's wild. Guess I wouldn't be too surprised, though, what with galettes being the big thing here. Yep. That was my family that first imported buckwheat flour into the village, in fact. So I dare say it's in my blood. So how do you make buckwheat dough? There are two main ways you can do it. The simple way is to just use only buckwheat flour. That's called 100% dough. The second is to mix buckwheat flour with standard wheat flour. You can play around with the ratio of buckwheat to wheat, and you can change the dough pretty significantly. The most common ratio is 80% dough. That's 80% buckwheat and 20% wheat. So the way you make the dough isn't always the same. There's more to this than I thought. The more buckwheat you have in the dough, the easier it dries out. So working with higher buckwheat ratios takes more skill, especially when you're kneading it. That's about the gist of it. A lot more complicated than I give it credit for. Thanks to the crash course. My pleasure. Give my regards to Giovanna, would you? Let's give it a crack and see what we can come up with. Oh boy. Alright. I need to go... Oops. Where is the mayor's office? Down there? Maybe? The big old house. It's gotta be the mayor's place. Is this about Giovanna's Sobo efforts? I'm sorry to hear that she's having trouble with it. But I do appreciate you helping her. I hope she gets the recipe just right. Well, the field's not my forte, but I make sure that I do the job right. You can leave it to us. That's the spirit, young man. As for the soba, I can give some insight on the sauce if you'd like. My mother was born quite far to the east. She became skilled at preparing their cuisine growing up. From what I remember, soba sauce is made by first preparing a base soup stock, then adding flavor of choice to it. Can you tell us more? The flavoring is a blend of various spices and sauces, usually local to the area. When the blend is finished, you mix it into the soup stock. Soba stock would traditionally use kelp or dried bonito, to my knowledge. But there are many other bases you can use. Dried vegetables, mushrooms, sardines, and the like. Really, anything goes, so long as it tastes good. So you can personalize the flavor of the soba that way. I see. But kelp and bonito don't appear in the common ingredients here. At least, I'm not particularly familiar with them. Probably bigger out in the east. I see. You can probably use stuff more common around here instead. So what should we make the soup stock out of? Giovanna mentioned basil? Basil would work in a pinch, sure. But I'm thinking if we want to really make the soba pop, we should get something stronger. Seafood's a good bet. We'll just need something we can find around here. Shrimp, maybe? Think we could get some of that. Ha! So happens, well, some of our merchants do carry that. Shrimp is common in the Eastern cuisine, so you should be able to find some of them from specialty merchants. I think I have some in my house, in fact. Like, if you like it, you need only ask. Perfect. Hopefully we don't mind. We gotta raid your pantry, but if we do, we'll let you know. Nice. Our ingredients are secured. Secured indeed. Mission accomplished. Thank you for your help, Mayor Wang. Oh, my pleasure. I see some wonderful soba in my future. Okay, that should be good enough. I think we have a good grasp on the subject now. So do we go back to Giovanna's now? Actually, you know, I think we're still missing something. Oh, and what would that something be? A secret spice, that's what. Nothing wrong with sticking to the basics, but I say if we're making our own, we could put a little spin on it. Something off the beaten path, you know? Maybe something that grows around here? How about local plants? We could probably find some stuff down by the creek. I'm not sure what you mean, but you really sound confident about it. I'll trust you on this one. Cool. If you don't find anything, no biggie. Alright. Alright, so technically you could go back to what's-her-name, or Giovanna to turn the quest in, or you can do the side thing to get some bonus points. So we're gonna do that. I like me some bonus points. Oh, look at this right here. It's a weed or something? Is that even edible? I don't believe I've ever seen a plant like this before. Yeah, this is what's called a fresh ingredient. City slickers, take note. They aren't common in the central in the east, so I can imagine you don't see it out there either. Alright. Yeah, Far Eastern Spices requires a recipe is called for wasabi. And while this ain't the same thing, it's still called mountain wasabi, and for good reason. Packs a hell of a kick. So yeah, this'll do just fine. You shred this up, grind it into a paste, and bam! Instant winner. I see. So this is what raw horseradish looks like. Interesting. So, is it similar to other kinds of radishes? Oh boy, you don't want to eat this like other radishes, no. Might as well kiss your tongue goodbye if you do. Is it really that strong? I'm not a picky eater, you know. I can take it. Now I'm eager to try horseradish and soba noodles both. I think that about does it then. Let's bring Giovanna back up to speed. Alright. So I did go to the other shops, right? I went to that shop, I went to that shop, and I didn't go to that one yet. Yo, we picked up on a lot of stuff from the villagers. Oh, thank you very much. If possible, I'd like to try to make another batch and you can guide me as I'm making them. Would that work for you? Sure. Let's teach her. Sure thing. Thank you. Let's move to my kitchen. Oh heavens, I forgot. My house is just a mess right now. I'm sorry. Could you give me just a minute to clean up? What timing? If you're in need of a kitchen, mine is ready and waiting. Mayor Wang. Mayor Wang. I thought I'd stop by and see how things were going. Good thing that I did. Best to strike while the iron's hot, no? You'd be welcome to use my kitchen instead of cleaning yours up first. Well, thank you so much. I'll gladly accept. Let's head to the mayor's house then. I'll just need to stop by my house real quick to grab some cookware and ingredients. Sure. We'll help you care whatever you need. This is getting really exciting. I do look forward to these noodles I will make. Well, make yourselves at home. My husband told me you'll be borrowing our kitchen. Help yourselves to whatever you might need. We'll be upstairs if you need anything from us. Don't hesitate to bug us if you want to run into trouble. I'm looking forward to seeing how your noodles come out. Thank you both so much. I promise they'll both be worth the wait. Now then, we have the kitchen, we have the ingredients. All it's left is to put it all together. Do let me know if anything seems off to you. I'm counting on you. Alright. Sounds good. Let's do it. Let's make some soba. First and foremost, the dough. I remember that you can use 100% buckwheat, or you can substitute wheat to make a ratio if you're choosing. At the time, I figured, well, the more buckwheat, the merrier. So I just went in all in with it. So you went 100%? I did, yes. Should we stick with 100% dough then? Okay, so you wanted to buck the trend. Not to be pushy, but I think a lower ratio would probably be better. Like 80-20. Matona was telling me about 100% dough is really tricky to work with. Dries out before you know it. So adding some standard wheat into the mix should help you when you're kneading it. I see. Well, that does make sense. Let's go ahead and do an 80% buckwheat then. Now to knead it. Oh goodness, you're right. It's so much more hydrated than before. This is much easier. This should hold up better when I cut it. I think the pressure really was the secret. It smells good, too. It's looking great already. I'm excited to see the completed dish. Right, onto the sauce now. I think the stock was where I went wrong last time. I tried using basil, but it didn't turn out very well. What would you recommend instead? I'm going to use the shrimp. Let's try using shrimp this time. Mayor said he had some in his pantry. Don't imagine they'll have a problem with us borrowing some, long as we offer them a bowl. Shrimp? I see. Let's try that then. I'll go and find the shrimp for her. I'll keep an eye on the pot for when it starts boiling. Alright. Let's make some noodles. Under the watchful eyes, the dish was finally assembled. Oh no, that's superb! The smell alone makes my mouth water. So these are the proper soba noodles. I never had them before, but they look scrumptious. I'm flattered. I couldn't have done it without all your help. Now let's see how it tastes, shall we? Hell yeah, man, I'm starving. Thank you for treating us. Thanks. Dig on in. Oh, wow. It tastes really funny, but in a good way. It's delicious. Can I have seconds, please? Oh yeah, the hint of shrimp with that earthy note from the buckwheat. That right there is a winner. 5 stars, I'd wolf him down again. I can really taste the natural flavors in this dish. This is almost like a sample of the entire region. You mentioned this was a Far Eastern recipe. It stands out even among them. It's unlike anything I've eaten before. I really wasn't expecting the flavor profile to be so complex. It turned out simply wonderful. This does bring me back. The taste is always so comforting to me, no matter how long I go between bowls. I dare say you've mastered this recipe. Make sure you try some of the horseradish too, hey? It's freshly shredded, so it'll really light up your taste buds. Oh, good point. May as well give it a try. I wonder how it might complement the noodles. You told us just a little bit, right? I don't see the harm in adding a little more. I could take the spiciest of Eastern spice recipes, so this will be cake. Oh boy. What is that? It's not just spicy. I can't even taste the noodles anymore. I really don't like that. I prefer the noodles by themselves. Goodness, this is strong indeed. I imagine that's to do with how fresh it is. It's acidic at first, but the aftertaste is quite pleasant. I can see the appeal. It's just an acquired taste. Yep, it's a very mature flavor. Not for the faint of heart, but once you try it, it hooks you. You don't like it though. That ain't a problem. You can just have it as it is instead. The buckwheat's plenty flavorful on its own. Why do I feel like I just lost a fight? Vaughn is quite the seasoned eater, isn't he? There's something admirable about that. I don't know about that. Appetite is thoroughly whetted. The group made quick of their work of the soba noodles. Thank you all so much. I'm glad I was able to do the recipe justice. Now I just need to practice it so that come the festival time, it'll be even tastier. Looking forward to it. I'm glad I got to try Far Eastern cuisine for myself. This really was delicious. Thank you very much for the meal, Giovanna. Does that mean I get the recipe too? Right. I don't get the recipe? What the fuck? What is that shit? Alright. I need to go back to that shop up there. Then I'll start talking to people. Hello, Giovanna. Alright. Alright, now we'll talk to people. Hey, mans. So, you're the guys who saved those passengers? You have my thanks. No problem. Hey, you mind if I ask you a few questions? I'm trying to look into the attack myself. I see. I do appreciate your help. I'm not sure I want to get wrapped up in the whole situation myself. Oh, you'll be fine. Real jiffy, I promise. Full disclosure here, we're acting on the authority of a certain intelligence department. What? You mean the CID? Let's just say I got the big boys on speed dial. Wait, what is he talking about? He's, very good at stretching the truth. He's not technically lying, but... well, I suppose it won't kill me. What do you want to ask about? Right, so we're looking at this band of jaegers that blew through town maybe 10-ish days ago. We're thinking they might have come back recently. You see anything that fits the description? Yeah, actually. I do recall bumping into a shady woman wandering around here. She was in the area, alone on my patrol 3 nights ago. I saw her again the following night. That has to be her. You said she was alone? She was, yeah. I found that strange myself. And that she only showed up at night made her even more suspicious. I see. Do you know what her motive might have been? Can't say for certain. None of the villagers reported assault or stolen goods at the time. And it's not unheard of for jaegers to stop here for supplies. I don't see any criminal intent in her behavior, suspicious though it was. Fair enough. I guess she stands out just by being a jaeger, even if she isn't causing trouble. What we do know is that she came back twice, well after her unit came through. Alright. Oh, the vending machine? Mine! What do you got? I can buy more stuffs. Leather grip. This will give me a little bit more defense. No, I think I'll wait until I find something better. I am good. What do you have, lady? Alright, what can I open? I can open that. Alright, and then you... There, at least we all have at least the second row opened up now. Well, not you. Okay, we all have the second row opened up now. So I'll save my sepith for the time being until I get more. So, what do I want to give you? That's fine for right now, I guess. Well, Earthbreaker, I guess. Alright. Anything else? No. Okay. Oops. Welcome! Oh, you must be the Chowers I've heard about. How can I help you? Anything you need to be done in your orbits? Maintenance, maybe. You just leave it to me. I'm no greenhorn, despite what the boss says. Thanks. We might hit you up for that in a bit, but right now I want to ask you some questions. Ugh. You were seeing a band of jaegers come around 10 days ago? Jaegers? Actually, yeah. I think I saw the boss talking to this jaeger-looking girl. That would have been what, the night before last? Yeah, pretty sure. I'm guessing she needed work done on her weapon, or some supplies maybe. No, I think it might have been something else. She asked to borrow our truck, so I think she was doing some hauling that night. Hauling what? I don't know. Yeah, that is odd. Coming out alone under the cover of darkness just to haul stuff around. I know, right? It made me awfully curious. At the time, I thought, like, maybe she just needs some tools or equipment or something. Maybe fix up the guns or other stuff. Good to know. Thanks. The people at the inn said she came through 3 days ago. But then she came back at the following night because she talked to the factory boss the night before last. Alright, oops. Cut that off. Don't need high speed. I don't need high speeds! Mans. Just got back from a hunt and I heard the news. Tell me monsters attacked a bus? Yeah, was rolling by the village and just got jumped. We fought them off, though. No injuries to the passengers. Good, good. They were lucky to have you there. Something about that attack rubs me the wrong way. I noticed the monsters were all acting out of my hunts. Oh, you seen them firsthand? What specifically was strange about them? Saw I run into these wet packs of wolves around the village sometimes, and I've noticed them getting a lot more territorial recently. Can't really call it violent or aggressive though. Feels like something else. So the monsters are on edge? Or otherwise acting up? That's what I'm noticing, yeah. It doesn't feel like anger, it feels like fear. I don't know what could be rattling them so hard though. They hadn't been causing trouble until now. Y'all watch yourselves out there. Don't mean to nag you though. Don't you need me to remind you. Oh no, by all means, thank you for the warning. Take care on your hunts. Savon, does that mean? Maybe. We know for sure that the wolves, the hound and the bus are acting that same way. All we know, it could have been something else. That's a good guess, so let's keep it in mind.
さて、街道で例の魔獣をもう一度見てみるか。
聞き込みはもういいんですか？
ああ、今拾えるのはこんなもんだろう。
Alright. The thief! Thief! He stole my bike, the bastard! Are you alright? Yeah, I'm okay. Just, this guy came walking up to me just now. Middle-aged, but I couldn't really catch his face. He muttered something about needing to get away in a hurry, and he nicked my bike! Son of a... It's more than a bike to me. He's gonna pay for this. That's just incorrigible. Bomb, I should give chase. But wait, wouldn't this count as a job? Do we need an agreement? Get an agreement first? Normally this would be police work. Normally. But who knows how long the response time might be. We're right here and they're not. Yo, got a sec? We're a group called Arkwright Solutions. I can get your bike back for a price. What kind of price? Oh, you're the ones who saved the bus from those monsters, aren't you? And then, yes, please, I'll hire you. That bike means the world to me. We crisscross the whole country together on my fishing trips. If you can catch up to him and get it back, then I'll pay you whatever you want. I don't have much, but I won't have anything without my bike. Let's then. Well, I was thinking about scouring the highway anyway. Convenient little excuse we got here. Let's hit the road, gang. Might still be able to catch him on foot. Okay, let's be off.
お仕事開始ですね。
A burgled bike? Is this how we get our fishing gear? This guy's gonna give us our fishing gear, isn't he? Alright. We're all surrounded by so much natural beauty. And the air is so crisp and fresh. It's too bad the monsters here are spoiling such lovely scenery. On the plus side, they don't seem as riled up as they did when we attacked us on that bus. As long as we don't go out of our way to provoke them, I don't think there'll be a problem. I agree. Just beware that could change at any moment. I don't think enough time's passed since the bus incident for us to let our guards down here. Stay alert. Alright. We will. Alright. I don't need that. Tactics? Don't need that. Alright. Going up
良さそうな宝箱です。せや、せや。
さあ、始めるか。
いやー、いやー、いやー。そこですよ。いやー。
Alright. EP! Alright. Whoa.
さあ、 始める気がする。そらせやそら
Ugh.
望むところです。
Alright, man.
これはそこです。炎とアルーシャに
Alright.
シャをやりましたね、エリちゃん。
God, Fair, you're like dealing no damage at all. God, Fair, you need to get. You're not only just squishy, you're actually really weak. Alright. Alright.
いえ、漁師の人が言っていたようなことは特に。もう少し調べてみましょう。
こんなもんだろ。
Fucking bugs.
なんとかなりました。
Alright. Alright.
相手が悪かったな。
Alright, Alright.
おまけです。後期です。これは効きますよ。
ガンガン行くぞ。
Why can't I?
この調子で行きましょう。これ
I
は効き
understand
ま
why.
すよ。
Oh. You can run away the stand away too by walking along the sides.
そこだ。
そこです。いい手応えです。やりましたね。お任せください。
So it looks like other people, your other party members deal less damage when you're not controlling them. Because he's hitting for 34 as opposed to like 134 or something.
ここが勝機です。そこです。
Yeah, she's very squishy. Ah, she's gone.
負けません。
She is very squishy.
それ。
こちらの番だ。
Tell me he didn't counter that? What is this shit?
こいつは効くぜ。 呪いぜ。
That.
嫌いだ。頼む、アリエス。
Argent Throne. A Thorn.
チャンスです。やっそれ。
チャンスだ。はっせい。
や。
Woo! Alright.
そこだ、フェリー。
成長しました。
Man, I do like how the transition from the fights to the actual like, exploration bit. I do like how it's incredibly smooth. Alright. Reviving bomb, I can definitely use more of those. Alright. Alright, man, I can't do it because it's just... Why can't I do that? What's the sense to me? God, this is awkward. There we go. Got him! Oh, come on! You have no health! Bullshit. Look at that. I just needed like one swing and I could have taken you down. Ooh, Sepith, I'll take all that. I missed. I got greedy. I got greedy. That was on me. Alright. Didn't do that. So can you... Oh, I can't. They're out of range. Shit. I want to see if they would all attack if I should try that next time in the fight. I want to see if I can get them all to attack. Oh, you do it. You can only do it with one or the other. You can't like do like three links. Yeah. It looks like you only do one. You can only link up with two people. That's kind of a shame. Alright. Alright, you're all weak to wind. Alright, little lady.
全力で行きましょう。
くらえ崩れ
いや、
頼むアニエス
いや、
チャンスだ
Alright, mans.
こいつは効くぜせい頼むアニエス
望むところです。
Take you out. You are weak to Earth. Super weak to Earth.
財と駆動。
頼むアニエス行くぜせい
今です。
頼むアニエス
ドライブ開始。ベリちゃん。それ、アニエスさん。
Gone!
やりました。良さそうな宝箱です。こ
せやほらなんだ
こが勝機です。
Grab that.
なんとかなりました。
Twinkling ring? Look at that, I saved some money. Do you think this is that man's stolen bicycle? That's what I put my money on. Sure wasn't here when we passed in the truck. It looks like it's partially damaged, unfortunately. But at least we can recover it for him. I'm just curious what happened to the man who stole it. Yeah, the yard told us the thief had said he mentioned needing to run away from something, didn't he? Then why would he just discard it here? I'm guessing something happened that they weren't counting on. This might be a peaceful area, but there's still monsters around. It ain't hard to guess what could have happened. That sounded like a wolf howling. I can sense a bunch of monsters around a single point, a little ways away. Do you think the bicycle thief's under attack? Could well be. Let's get a move on in the direction we heard the howl from. I think we need to speak with the thief before we can call this case closed. Let's hurry. All right. I can do that. I can do that. Alright. Let's see.
それ、アニエスさん。崩れました。
そうだよ
チャンスです。
Alright. Oh, wait, she's still charging up.
それ、おまけです。
Rude? Wow, she took a big hit on that one.
炎の加護。
財波駆動
それ、ベリちゃん。
くらえスタンだ
望むところです。
Alright.
ブーストが有効だよ。頑張ってください。ターゲット捕捉。逃がしません。
チャンスだ
Let's line you up.
こいつは効くぜ呪いぜくらいだ頼むアニエス
いや。
Got him.
これで一安心ですね。
アニエス、よくやったな。
良さそうな宝箱です。
Mine. EP charge. Oh boy. Well, this is some mess. Looks like they're fighting over who gets to eat him. What? Who are you? Oh, look, I care who you are. Just help me, please. They just came at me all of a sudden. They're gonna have me for... Keep your voice down. You just provoked them. Oh, boy. Are you okay? Not more wolves. There's something off about them. Oh, half the wolves just ran away. Looks like the other half aren't going to back down, so it's easy, though. Something's really got them in a frenzy. And just look how red their eyes are. I wonder what's happening to make this way, but they aren't going to wait for us to find out. At least we don't have to deal with as many of them as I thought. Let's do this. Wolf monsters. Alright. Alright.
呪いぜ。嫌いだ。
Well, that's just fucking rude.
負けません。
Alright.
ドライブ開始。感謝します。好きにはさせません。
Alright.
ガンガン行くぞ。おまけだ。
アニエスさん。
Can I get behind them? I cannot. They're too fat.
ガンガン行くぞ。ドライブを開始します。こいつは効くぜ。
Alright.
で砕けろ。
Well, that's just rude. Ah, you suck.
私が相手です。ドライブを開始します。
助かったぜ。
後期です。
Is it because of cosmic boost that Thelos is reviving for so much HP? Usually Thelos isn't that strong of a restorer.
そこだ。 こいつは効くぜ。
Give me that.
おまけです。
頼む、アニエス。
Alright.
これはどうでしょう。
ガンガン行くぞ。
行きますよ。
It's hammer time.
チャンスだ。こいつは効くぜ。
Oh, I missed? Vaughn!
そこだ、フェリー。もらった。
チャンスです。や。
おまけだ。
成長しました。
Level up! Oh, so we get overkill bonuses, huh? I just noticed that. Okay. Phew! That takes care of them. I apologize if I'm wrong, but did you recently steal a bicycle? If you did, I'd like to ask you a few questions. Yeah, that's me. Go ahead, I'm not gonna try and fight you. Oh. What was that? Between wolves that attacked the bus and the ones we just had a fight, something's not right here. It's like they're being controlled by fear somehow. I just can't put my finger on it. Are you alright, Vaughn? We still haven't questioned our suspect. Oh, right. We're Arkwright Solutions. We're here on behalf of a guy who had his bike stolen. We managed to recover, but I don't think just getting that back is going to satisfy our client. Why'd you steal it at all? Come on, fess up. What? Don't play dumb with me. There's no way you're here on behalf of that guy. You came to Creole to shake some mirror out of me, didn't you? What are you talking about? Do you know him, Vaughn? Nope, never met him before. What's going on? What? That's what I want to know. Then you're not a debt collector from the companies I owe money to? Really? Nope, we're Arkwright Solutions, like I just said. I'm not gonna say we never do debt collection work, but we haven't been asked to come for you, that's for sure. Oh, Eidos, what a relief. I did all that for nothing. So the reason you stole that bicycle is because you assumed Vaughn was a debt collector and wanted to run away from him? Yeah, I borrowed a lot of money from a bunch of different places over the years. It's gotten to the point where I'm too deep to get in to get out. So I figured my only hope was to flee abroad. That's how I ended up on that bus. Bus saw you as soon as we arrived in Creole, and I could tell you were a pro. I was convinced you had somebody who would come to collect my debts. After that, I was just looking for an opportunity to flee as far away as possible. And when that opportunity presented itself, he stole some guy's bike and rode off, only to get surrounded by monsters immediately after. Well, I'm glad we were able to clear up that misunderstanding between us. I'm gonna go back to the village for now then. There's no guarantee that more monsters will come for us, and then we need to return that bicycle to its owner. I think that's a good idea. Don't try to run away from us again, you hear? I won't. I doubt I could escape from you guys even if I wanted to. Then off we go! Alright. Before I do that though, there's still 2 more treasures to grab. And 2 more enemies to fight. Rots? Alright. Cool. Alright. Treasure's nabbed. Monsters are all dead. We can go back. I guess I have to run back, don't I? Alright. Alright. Hey, is everyone alright? Kyle, I didn't expect you to leave the village. You really were sweating over that bike, huh? Though I'd say the same if it was my truck, so I can't say I don't get how you feel. I think that about sums up all that happened. Your bicycle is now officially back in your hands, even if it is a little worse for wear. Phew, thank you so much. I'm just happy to have you back. I'm glad we were able to help you. Oh right, I need to ask about how much you charge. I hope we got enough to cover your costs. If it'll cost more than 20,000 mira, that I might need to pay in installments. We don't charge anywhere near that. We're not here to rip you off, you know. We're a little more expensive than the Bracer Guild, but we only charge for time spent and necessary expenses. Really? What a relief! You're clearly very good at what you do, so I thought you'd charge an arm and a leg. I'll make sure to wire you money later then. Right. It's time to talk about what to do with our friend here. How do you want us to handle this? If you got any requests, we're all yours. I really am sorry for stealing it. It was just all a stupid misunderstanding on my part. I know how I pay these guys in your place. It might take me a while to gather money, though. So please, give the guy a break. Well, if he means that what he says, my heart says to forgive him. It feels like he shouldn't get off almost completely scot-free without stealing someone's property, though. You don't have any good ideas what to do in a situation like this, do you? Oh no. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I I know how he handled his warriors, but I know it's not the same here. How about we have him sign some kind of legally binding document? I suspect there's an even better way of handling this, though. We're dealing with a guy who's already on the run from his cadets. If we go soft on him, he's not going to take this seriously. One option is to hand him out into the authorities and do this by the book. It kind of bugs me to leave the client's bike damaged, too. That's not fair on him at all. Maybe we could have the thief work here in town and raise the money to repair it. Alright! Another LGC thing. So, obviously, if you turn them in, it'll be double pluses for law, a single plus for gray. If you put them to work, it's double pluses for gray and 1 plus for law. We're already pretty good into law, so I'm probably going to have him put them to work. Normally, I'd say we had to hand them over to the authorities, but how does making him pay for the bike's repairs sound to you? You know I don't have that kind of mirror, right? Or any at all for that matter. Sure, that's why you'll be working the village to earn it. What? That does sound good. That way you have time to reflect on what he did, and I don't have to shell out me your own repairs. But I feel like I could be causing in trouble for the people here with this solution. I'll help smooth things over with them, so don't worry. Oh, and don't even think about using this as a chance to escape, buddy. If you try that, I'll contact the cops or those debt collectors you got. You'll never be able to go out in public again. Guess this is how things gotta be. Man, they should have stolen that bike. We should make our way back to the village now and then. Alright. Hey guys. Oh, did you have a business outside the village? Yeah, we got it all wrapped up now. How's the bus holding up? Well, it's nothing that can't be fixed, but it'll take us the rest of the day to get it up and running again. Thankfully, my supervisors are understanding. They say we can head back tomorrow morning. Still, I'm sorry about this whole situation. You said you were headed to some country called Remiferia, right? Yeah, it's not exactly a stone's throw away from here. I really don't want to make the trip at night, so we need to make lodging arrangements for all the passengers. Oh, really? How'd you work that out? I didn't think the inn had enough rooms for everyone. We actually have a village hall where people can stay in an emergency. I'm letting the passengers stay there tonight free of charge. That's really nice of you. I'm sure they're all breathing a sigh of relief. Yeah, we owe them a big time. Our company isn't about to let that debt go unpaid. Speaking of which, they also agreed to pay you too. They'll wire the mirror to you soon. Heck, they might have already done it by now. Nice! Appreciate the business, my man. And if you ever need yourself in another jam, just give us a ring. Oh yeah, there was something else I wanted to run by you. What might that be? Alright. Here we go. Community service. Thrilled to have an extra pair of working hands. The mayor accepted and went with him to speak to the inn's owner, Ben, about employing Nathan there. Ben was all too happy to approve the plan, thus Nathan began his stint as a janitor, where he would do his menial chores for many weeks to come. Alright. Law rank up! Ooh, nice. So Law and Gray are pretty much evened out, except for Chaos. Which we haven't had anything for Chaos yet, really. I think the goal is to get to like level 3. I think that's like the goal to see everything. Alright, we're making headway on our investigation, and we now know for sure that Ida was here 3 days ago. Not only that, but she was also spotted for the following day. They also learned that the monsters around here are acting strange. Yeah, don't know what to make of that yet. I feel like the puzzle pieces are coming together, but we're still a few short of the full picture. We'll worry about that later, though. By the time we head back to the inn. What? We're staying here? There's no way Ida's still in the village. Shouldn't we be heading out looking for her? Not tonight. There's no telling where she might have gone. I'm not about to go on a wild goose chase. She could be in Remiferia, Orid, Nord Highlands. The list goes on. Besides, I'm catching a whiff of something, and it ain't the galettes. Something smells fishy here. What do you mean exactly? Are you talking about the monsters? Well, yeah, they're part of it too. Anyway, you gotta be prepared to head back to the capital tomorrow, Agnes, with or without us. Yes, I know. I'll take a look at the bus schedule soon. But first, we should catch check in at the inn. Good idea. The passengers aren't staying there, so they should have an open room or two. Ooh. Well, here you are. I'm sorry we didn't have more than one room for you all. Oh no, it's on us. We should have thought to book 2 rooms in advance. Those beds look super comfy. It's like they're inviting me to climb in, curl up, and conk out. We're thinking about eating at around 7. Well, I'll have one of those sweet gillettes. It's coming right up. I'll be sure to get you the finest we have. In the meantime, please make yourselves comfortable. It's not like we had any other choice. Besides, Fairy's here too, so it's gonna be fine. Yes, totally fine. She's nervous about sleeping in a room with a guy. You okay, Agnes? Are you feeling a little under the weather? No, I'm perfectly fine. Never been better. Anyway, the plan was to gather a bit more information before dinner, right? And there's no time to waste. Let's drop our luggage here and get back to work. Huh? Okay. Should we start with the old guy at the general store? Sure, sounds good. Yes! Interim reports can now be turned in. You can write an SP report from an inn or room Vaughn is using while on the job. SP reports blah, and restores... Okay. Good. Alright. I'm gonna wrap it up here. When we come back, we will do some more, questioning of the locals and see what happens next. So, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you then. Later.
さてと